Thank you. Let's play ball.
Who's calling it? Who's calling it? Who's calling it? Who? Look, OBO sound 2025.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Trevor Tanner here, live from Palomar College. We got another great matchup for you here today. We got the 21-12 Mount San Antonio College Mounties going up against your Palomar College Comets, looking for win number 30 on the year. These two teams faced off earlier in the season, back in February, and the Comets took that one in a close game, 5-4. So Palomar looking to continue their dominance that they've done all season, as the regular season is just winding down, just a couple more games left before the Comets look to make another great playoff push. And in the pitching circle for your Comets is the all-star Maddie Bedoya. She had a stellar performance on Thursday, pitched 4 shutout innings, and got the win. She's looking to improve to 18-1 on the year. Comes into this game with a 1.37 ERA, looking to shut down this Mounties squad and get the win for her team. First pitch is in there for a strike. Up first for the Mounties is Bianca Clark, batting .267 on the year. She takes a cut there and a miss. So very quickly 0-2. And here comes the 0-2 pitch from Bedoya. That one is ripped into right field. It'll get down. And a leadoff single for Clark. Nice piece of 2-strike hitting that time from the Mounties to get the leadoff runner on. Should be a good game today. Both teams leading in their conferences. Mount San Antonio in the Inland Empire Conference with a 10-1 conference record. Showing bunt, pulls it back, and it's low for ball one. Comes a 1-0 pitch. That one is chopped foul. Up to the plate for Mount San Antonio is Sari Regoza. She has a stellar batting average of .375 with 2 home runs and 14 RBIs on the year. Here's a 1-1 pitch to Regoza. This one is grounded to the shortstop. Throw on to first is in time for out number 1. No chance of the double play there. Comets able to get one out.
Batting third, the left fielder, number 23, Isabella Aspetia.
So it'll bring up the left fielder, Isabella Aspetia. She's batting .273 on the year with 14 RBIs and a runner in scoring position here. That one is in there, strike one. Here comes the 0-1 from Bedoya. That one in there for strike 2. So quickly 0-2 now. But we saw with the first batter of the game, she was able to rip one in the right field for a single. So let's see what Maddie Bedoya has to do here. That one swung on foul. Here comes the 0-2 again. That one low and outside for ball 1. It'd be huge if you can get a strikeout here for the second out of the inning. The 1-2 is fouled back. Nice job with the play, fouling off some of these pitches to stay alive. Aspatia struck out 8 times on the year. Here's the 1-2, fouled back again. These last 2 pitches have been up in the zone. Let's see what she does here. Maybe try to get her to chase something low. The 1-2 again. Grounded to the shortstop and bobbled. No throw. Both runners are safe, and it's now runners on the corners. There's only 1 out for the Mounties. That'll be scored as an E5 that time.
The shortstop, number 6, Katie Griego.
It'll bring up the shortstop, Katie Griego. She's had a nice year, batting .351 with 19 RBIs, and a great spot here to get some early runs on the board for Mount San Antonio. Only 1 out, runners on the corners. That one high for ball 1. Comes the 1-0 pitch from Bedoya. Showing bunt, runners crashing. Fielded by Karam, throw it home, not in time. And now they got the runner in a pickle. Throw to second, and safe is the call. Questionable call there at second, but a run comes in, and Mount San Antonio leads it early, 1-0. Clark got a great jump that time on the bunt and was able to score.
Batting 5th, the first baseman, number 7, Vanessa Tamayo.
First pitch is just outside, ball 1. As it brings up the first baseman, Vanessa Tamayo. She's had a great year as well, 414 on the year. So some early traffic on the base pass for this Comet defense. This one grounded to the shortstop, throwing to third is in time. Great heads up play by the Comet defense to get the second out of the inning. Nice job that time by Nuanez. Knew she wouldn't have enough time to throw it to first. Threw it to Lutz at third to get out number 2.
Batting 6th, the designated player, number 5, Amanda Porterfield.
First pitch is in there, first strike. As it brings up Amanda Porterfield, batting .421 on the year with 13 RBIs and a home run. Next pitch is upstairs for ball one. Here comes the 1-1 to Porterfield. Swung on and missed, strike two. Big swing and a miss that time from Porterfield. As Maddie Bedoya has her in the 1-2 count. Looking to end this inning, letting up just one run. Here comes the 1-2 from Bedoya. This one is fouled. And we will do it again. The 1-2 again. Swung on and missed, strike three. Great pitch that time for Maddie Bedoya to get out of the jam. The Mounties get one as the Comets will come to the plate. And the score is 1-0 as we head to the bottom half of the first inning. We'll be right back.
So, it's time to think about college. But what are you going to study? Let us help. We're Palomar College, and we train for success. The transportation sector is rapidly shifting from fossil fuels to alternative fuels. The demand for qualified technicians has never been higher. Our program addresses the current needs of the industry with an eye toward the future. Your new career in zero-emissions vehicle technologies is waiting, and Palomar will get you there.
All right, everybody, we are back for the bottom half of the first inning. The Mounties lead 1-0. And coming up to the plate is the All-State third baseman, Brianna Lutz. She's had just an absolutely impressive year, batting .568 on the year with 8 home runs and 44 RBIs. And his first pitch is popped to left field and caught for out number one. And as AD Dan just mentioned, the energy in this stadium is roaring as we have a couple of junior Comets in the stadium today coming from Carlsbad. They're coached by one of the assistant coaches here at Palomar, and they're bringing the life to Comet Stadium here today. Now up is Josephine Huberger, batting .404 on the year. This one is ripped into left field. It'll get down. Nice shot by Huberger to go the opposite way on the first pitch that she saw to rip it for a single.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 16, Zoe Kara.
Now it's going to bring up the first baseman and the power hitter, Zoe Karam. She's batting .475 on the year with 41 RBIs and 11 homers. First pitch to Karam is high for ball one. here's the 1-0 pitch. That one in there, strike one. Little off-speed action from Vizcarra. Vizcarra has a 2.68 ERA over 62 innings pitched. And here's a 1-1 to Karam. That one outside, ball two. Karam has a great eye at the plate. Does a great job not swinging at anything outside of the zone, forcing the pitcher to throw to her. And here's the 2-1. Off speed again, low and outside, ball three. Here's a 3-1 pitch to Karam. Thought about swinging, but it'll be ball four. Karam will take first, Huberger moves to second. Great eye at the plate again from Zoe Karam. As it'll bring up the right fielder, Alexis Huey. Another player who has just an absolutely outstanding stat line. She's batting .459 in the year with 21 RBIs. Has a chance to get the Comets right back into this game. This one high and outside for ball one. Now an early timeout coming from the Mounties. If you guys are able to hear, the Carlsbad 10U softball team is really chanting and bringing the energy here today. They're doing a great job so far, kind of bringing some energy to this Comet team. Not that they really need it, but anything will help. So we're back as Huey step back into the box. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Off speed again, kind of froze her. Strike one. They haven't seen too many fastballs so far from Vizcarra. Really kind of banking on that off speed. And here comes the 1-1. That one outside, ball two. It's got to be a hard pitch to lay off at the plate, but this Comet team has just a phenomenal eye. Just a proof of some great coaching. Here comes a 2-1 to Huey. That one in there for a strike. Let's see what Huey does. Seems like just about every pitch has been on that outer part of the plate. Here comes the 2-2. That one fouled back, and we'll do it again. Huey has only struck out 2 times this year. The 2-2 again. This one into center field. Underneath it. Caught for out number 2. Nobody will tag up and run. as it'll bring up the left fielder, Taylor Armstrong. She's batting .472 with 29 RBIs, as the infield will come in for Mount San Antonio College. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. That one low and outside, ball 1.
Snap it, kid, snap it.
The 1-0. That one called a strike. Looked pretty similar to that pitch prior. The 1-1. This one is chopped over the pitcher's head. Throw to first is not in time. Everybody's safe, and the bases are loaded, as it'll bring up Lauren Depping. Another meeting in the pitcher circle early for Mount San Antonio. Comets have a huge chance here to take the lead, with Lauren Depping stepping into the box. Depping is batting .481 on the year with 6 home runs and 29 RBIs, and in a huge spot here to add on a couple more.
The designated player, number 30, Lauren Depping.
Bases are loaded, 2 outs. What can Depping do? This one will find the 5.5 hole. 1 run will score. Runner stops at third, and we are tied. It's 1-1. Nice job there by Depping, finding the gap in the infield, getting the RBI.
Batting seventh, the catcher, number 2, Dominique Garcia.
Go.
As it'll bring up the catcher, Dominique Garcia. She's batting .417 with 8 RBIs. Here comes the 0-1. That one upstairs for ball 1. The Comets are a great 2-out hitting team. They do not fold even with 2 outs, and here comes the 1-1. This one swung on and missed for strike 2. Garcia only has struck out 5 times this year. Looking to put this one in play and add on a couple more for the Comets. Here comes the 1-2. Upstairs, ball 2. We got deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. This one is popped back foul, and we'll do it again. So very early in this game, but this feels like a huge at-bat. As This will give the Comets the lead and the momentum back in this game. Here comes the 2-2 again. Swung on and missed, strike three. Big pitch there from Vizcarra as they get out of the jam, only letting up one run. We are tied, and we'll be right back for the top half of the second.
Are you interested in how language and communication can help shed light on global issues, struggles, and stories? Are you fascinated by building a world where people connect to each other through language, philosophy, ideas, and cultural expression? If so, then Humanities and Languages is the right Palomar pathway for you. This pathway prepares you to transfer to the UCs, CSUs, private and out-of-state universities. Or you can earn a certificate or degree and go straight to work. Some of the degrees and certificates in this pathway include American Sign Language or English Translation and Interpreting, English, Philosophy, and World Languages. Ready to learn more? To view all of the degrees and certificates in the Humanities and Languages pathway, be sure to visit the Palomar Pathways mapper on the college website.
State championship season for the Mounties. Looking ahead, 3 more conference games. They'll be hosting Cerritos on Tuesday, Pasadena City on Thursday, and a big game against El Camino on Monday, April 21st. Leading off the top of the second inning for the Mounties, batting seventh in the order, the catcher, number 9, Morgan Newbuehler.
All right, everybody, we are back for the top half of the second inning. We're knotted up at 1 apiece. That first pitch from Bedoya is in there for strike 1. And leading off this inning for the Mounties is Morgan Newbuehler. She's batting .368 on the year, 5 home runs, and 23 RBIs. This one ripped into left field and underneath it for out number 1. Nice play out there in left field by Taylor Armstrong, able to run that one down for out number 1. He's going to bring up the third baseman, Samantha Orozco. That one in the dirt, ball 1. Orozco batting .392 with 21 RBIs. Here's the 1-0. That one grounded and will find its way into the outfield. So a 1-out single for Orozco. As it'll bring up the center fielder, Mia Martin. Batting .217 on the year with 7 RBIs. Shows bunt, and it's called a strike. Looks like the Mounties are going to try to play small ball and advance the runner, as the top of the lineup will come back up after this. The 0-1 showing bunt again, and strike 2 is called. So it's now quickly 0-2 to Martin. Here comes the 0-2. This one grounded to Bedoya, throwing to first in time for out number 2. Nice play there by Bedoya, getting her glove down. If that one would have rolled past her, everyone probably would have been safe.
fielder, number 2, Bianca Clark.
As it brings up Bianca Clark again. She singled in her first time up. Nice pitch that time for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 to Clark. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. She was down 0-2 in her last time up and was able to get a single into right field. Let's see what Maddie Bedoya has to do here. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The Mounties get one hit but no runs. We're still tied at 1-1 as the Comets will come up, and we will be right back.
In the top of the second inning, no runs on one base.
So, it's time to think about college. But what are you going to study? Let us help. We're Palomar College, and we train for success. How about air conditioning and refrigeration? Experienced tradespeople are retiring, and equipment is becoming more sophisticated. So there's a tremendous need for entry-level heating and air conditioning technicians. Get your hands on the latest HVAC units in our state-of-the-art lab. Let our experienced staff break down the technical knowledge. Their training will give you everything you need to thrive in this exciting industry. In as little as 1 semester, you can go from beginner to employment ready. We receive numerous requests each semester from local companies looking to hire students. So start your career with one of the highest paying specialties in the service industry. Your new career is waiting, and Palomar will get you there.
Grossmont back home Thursday for San Diego City, and a week from today we'll have a non-conference doubleheader against College of the Game. Playoffs just 2 weeks away. Leading off the bottom of the second inning for the Comets, batting 8th in the order, the center fielder number 1, Gisele Gonzalez.
We are back, and leading it off is the center fielder Gisele Gonzalez, batting .435 on the year with 21 RBIs. First pitch is in there, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 to Gonzalez. That one grounded the third baseman. Backhanded play and low throw. Gonzalez now heading for 2.
There we go.
In there safely.
Batting 9th to shortstop, number 4, Maria
That one will
Nuanez.
likely be scored at E5, but regardless, Comets have an early runner in scoring position. That one high for ball 1. Looks like they will score that one a single for Gonzalez. So she's 1 for 1 as it brings up Nalia Nuanez, who had a great game on Thursday, going 3 for 3 with 3 runs. Nuanez showing bunt, lays one down. Throw to first is in time. Nearly got out of the first baseman's glove. But Gonzalez will advance to third. And it's going to bring up the third baseman, Brianna Lutz,
Number 21,
who
Brianna Lutz.
flew out to left her first time up. comes the first pitch to Lutz. That one ripped into right center field. It's going to get down. A run will score. Lutz heading for second. And she is in there with an RBI double. And the Comets take a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the second.
The second baseman, number 11, Josephine Huberger.
It'll bring up Josephine Huberger, who singled her first time up and later scored. Huberger puts down a bunt. Throw to first is not in time as the ball gets away. Lutz is going to score. Huberger advances to second, and the Comets lead it 3-1. Some great running on the base pass from Palomar, taking advantage of some sloppy defense from the Mounties as they're going to call time and try to regroup here. And it looks like a pitching change is coming in for Mount San Antonio. It's going to be Kaden Konate. She's been stellar all year with a 1.67 ERA, over 75 and 2/3 innings pitched. Looking to limit the damage here. Comets have already put up 2 on the board so far, just in this inning. And this is what they do best, having these big innings and taking any momentum that the other team thought that they might have.
We have a pitching change for the Mounties. Now in the circle, number 13, Kaden Kennedy. And now batting for the Comets, the first baseman, number 16, Zoe Cara.
It'll bring up the first baseman, Zoe Karam. It's got to be a tough first batter to face for Konate. Karam walked her first time up. Here's the first pitch from Konate. And it's in there for strike one. That one low and outside for ball one. So if his Cars day ends after just 1 1/3 innings pitched, that's up 6 hits and 3 runs, as well as 2 errors coming from the Mounties defense. Here comes the 1-1 to Karam. That one fouled back, strike 2. Got to chase up and upstairs. Here comes the 1-2. Down low for ball 2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. This one ripped on the right field line, but out of play and foul. Karen just a tick late on that one. Swings just a bit earlier, and she might be touching them all. Here comes the 2-2. Just inside, or they're gonna ring her up. Got her looking for strike 3. Nice pitch there from Konate to freeze Karam for out number 2.
The right fielder, number 15, Alexis Hill.
That's Karam's just 3rd strikeout of the year. It'll bring up the right fielder, Alexis Huey, who flew out to center her first time up. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Comets really going to have to work now against a great pitcher in Konate. As here comes the 1-0 to Huey. That one inside for ball 2. Yeah, Huberger out there on second, looking to score for the 2nd time today. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. This one popped up in the infield and caught for out number 3, but the Comets bring home 2 more as they take the lead. It's 3-1, and we'll be right back for the top half of the 3rd.
Are you interested in a career in the global marketplace where you can own your own business or become a manager leading a business team? Do you want to use your creativity in advertising, marketing, and social media? Would you like to apply your skills in supply chain and logistics or manage budgets in accounting and finance? If so, then business is the right Palomar pathway for you. This pathway prepares you to transfer to the UCs, CSUs, private and out-of-state universities. Or you can earn a certificate or degree and go straight to work. Some of the degrees and certificates in this pathway include accounting, business administration, business management, management information systems, and real estate. Ready to learn more? To view all of the degrees and certificates in the business pathway, be sure to visit the Palomar Pathways Mapper on the college website.
Leading off the top of the 3rd inning for the Mounties, the second baseman, number 14.
All right, everybody, we are back for the top half of the 3rd inning. The Comets lead 3-1. So it'll bring in the second baseman, Sari Ragoza. First pitch is just low for ball 1. Ragoza grounded out to Nuani as her first time up. The 1-0 fouled back for strike 1. The 1-1 ripped into center field and caught for out number 1. Nice play by Gisele Gonzalez out there in center to get underneath it for out number 1.
Left fielder, number 23, Estapia.
just learn how to hit the ball straight.
First pitch strike.
Straight out of bounds.
Aspatia was able to get on to first from a error from the shortstop. Next pitch is outside for ball one. Here comes the 1-1. This one popped up and foul. Here comes the 1-2 from Bedoya. This one fouled back again. Here comes the 1-2 again. This one popped and out of play, foul. Three straight pitches have been fouled off. Let's see what Maddie Bedoya has here to try to get her out. The 1-2 again. This one popped into center field, but it will be caught by the second baseman for out number 2. Huberger was able to get there for the second out of the inning. So it'll bring up the shortstop, Katie Griego, who had an RBI bunt her first time up. And the first pitch hits her off the face mask. She took it well. As the umpires will give her a second to catch her breath and regroup. We'd like to take this time to thank everybody for tuning in, supporting the Palomar Comets softball team. And we would like to remind everybody to like this stream and subscribe so you don't miss any of our streams, as this Comet team has been great all year and you don't want to miss their playoff run. It'll bring up Vanessa Tamayo, who was able to get on to first after a fielder's choice from Nuanez. Here's a 1-0 from Bedoya. Outside, ball 2. She's able to get two quick outs in this inning, but after hitting the last batter, has been struggling to find the strike zone here against Tamayo. Here comes the 2-0. That one upstairs, runners is stealing. Throw is not in time. Griego able to steal second. That is her 11th stolen base of the year. Head coach for Palomar will come out and talk to the second base umpire. Now the two umpires will have a discussion about the previous play. And they will rule her safe. So the count is 3-0 to Tamayo. She has a runner in scoring position at second. See if Tamayo has the green light here on the 3-0 count. That one just missed the zone. And a 4-pitch walk from Bedoya.
Designated player, number 5, Amanda Porterfield.
It'll bring up Amanda Porterfield, who struck out her first time up. Maddie Bedoya's been great all game. She needs to get the third out of this inning and get out of the jam. This one is popped up, out of play for strike one. Here's the 0-1. This one is popped up and caught by Karam for out number 3. So the Comets get out of the jam a little bit, and they still lead it 3-1 as we will head to the bottom of the third.
The Mounties are retired in the top of
We'll
the
be
third
right
inning.
back.
No runs, no hits, 2 runners.
Are you interested in a career protecting people and working with the public during times of crisis? Or do you want to work in a medical setting and help people recover from accidents or illnesses and live a healthy and fulfilling life? If so, then Health and Public Service is the right Palomar pathway for you. This pathway prepares you to transfer to the UCs, CSUs, private and out-of-state universities. Or you can earn a certificate or degree and go straight to work. Some of the degrees and certificates in this pathway include Administration of Justice, Nursing, Basic Police Academy, Fire Technology and Fire Academy, Paramedic Training, and Registered Dental Assistant. Ready to learn more? To view all of the degrees and certificates in the Health and Public Service pathway, be sure to visit the Palomar Pathways Mapper on the college website.
Squared up, dude, squared up.
Leading off the bottom of the third inning for the Comets, the left fielder, number 10, Taylor Armstrong.
Come on, T.
We are back for the bottom half of the third. The Comets lead at 3-1, and leading it off will be the left fielder Taylor Armstrong, who had an infield single her first time up. First pitch is in there for strike one.
Find the gap, find the gap.
Here comes the 0-1. High for ball one. The 1-1. Grounded and finds its way through. Armstrong is 2 for 2 on the day with 2 singles. It'll now bring up the designated player, Lauren Depping, who had an RBI single her first time up back in the first. First pitch just misses the zone for ball one. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Depping. This one skied back for strike one. The 1-1 pitch. Catch the outer part of the plate for strike two. The 1-2. Outside, evens up the count, 2-2 now. The 2-2 to Depping. Popped into center field and under it for out number one. Looks like a pinch hitter is going to come into the game for the Comets. It'll be the freshman Samantha Garcia, who's batting .407 on the year with 21 RBIs.
For the Comets, pinch hitting for Dominique Garcia, and number 7, Samantha Garcia.
See what Samantha Garcia can do here in her pinch hitting opportunity. This one high and outside for ball one. Here comes the 1-0. That one is ripped down the third base line, but foul. Here comes the 1-1 to Garcia. That one high for ball two. Here comes the 2-1. Way outside for ball three.
Good money pitch, let's go.
The 3-1 pitch popped up and caught by the third baseman for out number two. Good job by Conate there. Able to battle back and get the second out of the inning. As it brings up Gisele Gonzalez, who had a single her first time up, was able to advance to second on the throwing error, and later came home to score. First pitch is popped back foul. comes the 0-1 Gonzalez. That one in the dirt for ball one. Now the 1-1 pitch. Skied into center field, but underneath it and caught for out number 3. So the Comets get a leadoff single, but nothing comes from it. Scores so 3-1 as we head into the 4th inning. We'll be right back.
So we have anthropology days. Today is the first day. It was pretty much all activities and games, getting people who don't know about anthropology either interested or just introduce them to it.
We're trying to demonstrate the different areas of anthropology and show students that we have a lot to offer and that it can be a great major for a lot of people.
We are back for the top of the 4th inning. The Comets lead it 3-1. And it's been just about what we expected. Pretty even matchup. Both teams pretty evenly matched. As I mentioned earlier, these two teams faced off for the 5th game of the season. The Comets took a close one, 5-4. That one was at Mount San Antonio College. First pitch is in there from a strike, for a strike. Next pitch is just low for ball one. Brings up Morgan Newbuehler, who flied out to left fielder first time up. The outfield is playing way deep to start it off. The 1-1 is in there for strike 2. Newbuehler has 5 home runs on the year. But this one is chopped. The second baseman, throw to first is in time for the first out of the inning. Nice play from Huberger. That was a slow roller. Really had to field that one quickly and fire it in, as she's able to do so for out number 1. Brings up the third baseman, Samantha Orozco, who singled her first time up. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Next pitch is low, ball 2. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. That one in there for strike 1. This Mount Sac team is very similar to Palomar. They both have very deep lineups, pretty much 1 through 9. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. That one ripped down the first base line, off the net and foul. It's a great thing to have for this Mounties team when your 8-hitter has an OPS over 1,000.
Looks like it's gonna get right
The 2-2 is upstairs. It's now a full count. Now here comes the 3-2 pitch. This one grounded to Huberger, fielded cleanly, throw to Karam is in time for out number 2 of the inning. Huberger's got some early action here in this 4th inning, making both outs so far.
The center fielder, number 27, Mia Martin.
And I'll bring up the center fielder, Mia Martin, who grounded out to Bedoya her first time up. Showing bunt, but off home plate and foul. Here comes the 0-1. This one fouled. Here comes the 0-2 to Martin. This one fouled on the third base line again. The 0-2 to Martin. Just watches strike 3 come across as Bedoya gets her third strikeout of the game. Comets still lead 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. We will be right back.
No runners left on base. 3.5, your score remains.
We are back for the bottom of the 4th inning. Comets lead it 3-1. Palomar will have 9-1-2 due up. It'll be Nuanez, Lutz, and Huberger. Nuanez had a sac bunt her first time up to the plate. She's gonna look to put one in play and get the leadoff runner on. First pitch in there for strike 1. The 0-1. Rip to the shortstop. Can't field it cleanly. No throw to first as Nuanez will get on with a leadoff single. Tough play that time for Grego to try to field that one with the backhand. It'll be ruled a hit. As Nuanez is 1 for 1, it'll bring up Brianna Lutz, who was 1 for 2 and had an RBI double her last time up back in the 2nd inning. Later came home to score.
If you're trying to get to the green grass, just follow the road.
This one is ripped down the third base line, but foul.
Home run, 21.
Here comes the 0-1 to Lutz. That one is outside for ball one. Lutz was able to get her team leading 45th RBI of the year last time. Here comes the 1-1. That one way high for ball two. Now the 2-1 to Lutz. That one fouled down the third base line again. Count is not even up at 2-2. Lutz is a great two-strike hitter at the plate. Here comes the 2-2. Lutz able to foul that one back and stay alive. As we will do the 2-2 again.
The girls made it to the grass. I guess if you keep following that path right here.
Here comes the 2-2 again to Lutz. This one driven in the right field. This one's gonna get down. Lutz heading for second. Nuanez now going home. The throw is in time. So Nuanez kind of held up as the head coach of Palomar will come and try to challenge this call. And it won't do any good. The call is still out.
The second baseman, number 11, Josephine Huberger.
It'll bring up Josephine Huberger, who's 2 for 2 with an RBI. That one grounded hard down the first base line, but foul. The 0-1 is outside for ball one. And here comes the 1-1 pitch to Huberger. This one fouled back. Strike two. Huberger takes ball two outside. Huberger showing bunt, pulls it back, and she will take ball 3 high and outside. Full count now to Josephine Huberger. This one guy hardly to the second baseman, through her legs. Lutz will score, and the Comets lead it 4-1. Lutz scores for the second time today as the Comets take a 4-1 lead.
The first baseman, number 16, Zoe Harrow.
It'll be ruled an E4. First pitch to Karam is inside for ball 1. Karam is 1 for 2 on the day with a walk and a strikeout. And here comes the 1-0 to Karam. This one ripped into center field. Nice play out there in center field. Able to track that one down for out number 2. What a play by Mia Martin. That was a hot shot off the bat of Karam. Able to track that one down. A magnificent play out there.
The right fielder, number 15, Alexis Huey.
It'll bring up the right fielder, Alexis Huey, who's 0 for 2 on the day with a fly out to center and a fly out to the second baseman. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Comets have scored 1 this inning. They have Huberger on first with 2 out. The 1-0 is called for ball 2. The Mountie fans didn't like that call. Here comes the 2-0 to Huey. That one gets the inside part of the plate for strike 1. Comets come into this game ranked number 2 in the state. Currently riding a 4-game winning streak. The 2-1. Rip to the second baseman. Throw to second is in time for the 3rd out of the inning. The Comets bring 1 home. They lead it 4-1 as we will head to the top half of the 5th, and we will be right back.
Hi, welcome to Palomar. We are so excited to welcome you back for the fall 2024 semester. Go Comets!
All right, and we are back to the top of the 5th. Palomar leads it 4-1 over Mount Sac. It'll bring up the leadoff hitter and the right fielder, Bianca Clark, who was 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. First pitch is high for ball 1. Here comes a 1-0 to Clark. And she takes ball 2 outside. Two-0 pitch. Skied into the infield. Karam is able to get to that one for the first out of the inning. It'll bring in the second baseman, Sarari Ragoza. She's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 from Bedoya. This one is ripped down the third baseline and foul. This Mount Sac team had some early traffic in the first and second inning, but not so much in these past few innings. They've had just 2 hits and 1 run in this game. As this next one is popped up but out of play, we will do the 0-2 again. Here comes the 0-2. This one hitting the right field and caught for out number 2. Nice play by Alexis Hewitt to get the second out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 23, Bella Estapia.
And now bring up the left fielder, Isabella Astapia. Time is called from behind the plate. She is 0 for 2 with an error and a fly out to the second baseman. This one is popped up, and Karam will catch it for the third out of the inning. So quick 1-2-3 for Palomar as they still lead at 4-1 as we will head to the bottom half of the 5th. We will be right back.
Retired in order in the top of
Woke up this morning with the sunrise in my eyes. Just like a new day, a breath of fresh air in my life.
I have a job today in television because of the hands-on experience I received at Palomar College. From the state-of-the-art equipment and diverse programs to the amazing faculty, it's everything you need to be successful in today's industry. Palomar College, learning for success.
We are back for the bottom of the fifth. Comets still lead 4-1. And leading off this inning will be the left fielder, Taylor Armstrong. Armstrong is 2 for 2 on the day with 2 singles. As she pops this one up, and it'll be caught by the second baseman for a quick first out. It'll now bring up the designated player, Lauren Depping, who was 1 for 2 with an RBI single back in the first and flew out to center field in the third. First pitch is downstairs for ball 1. The 1-0 to Depping. Little chin music for ball 2.
Drive it, kid.
Here comes the 2-0. This one fouled back, strike 1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Grounded softly to the shortstop. Throw on to first is in time for out number 2.
The catcher, number 2, Dominique.
And it'll bring up the catcher, Dominique Garcia, who was 0 for 1 with a strikeout and was pinch hit for last time. She takes the first pitch downstairs for ball 1.
Go, Dom. Got this, kid.
Here comes the 1-0. Check swing, and strike 1 is called. Kind of caught her that time in a, do I take it or do I swing? Ended up going around for strike 1. This next pitch is fouled off the net for strike 2. Here comes the 1-2. This one is popped up, and nice play by the shortstop. Caught off the third baseman, and that is out number 3. The Comets get sat down in order as we will head to the top of the 6th. The score is still 4-1, Comet lead. And we are back for the top of the sixth. The Comets lead 4-1. It'll be Maddie Bedoya out there for her 6th inning of work. She's had another great outing, letting up only 1 run off of 2 hits and an error. It'll bring up the 4-hole hitter for Mount Sac. It's Katie Griego. As she rips this one into right field, it'll get down for a leadoff single. Swings at the first pitch that she sees. She's able to get her 2nd hit of the game. She drove in the only run for the Mounties. Now bring up Vanessa Tamayo, who's 0 for 1. Tamayo grounded out to the shortstop, but still got on via fielder's choice and walked her last time up. Now here comes the 1-0 pitch. Runner is stealing, throw is not in time as Griego steals her 2nd bag of the game and her 12th of the season. That pitch was a strike, so the count is even up at 1-1. Tamayo showing bunt, pulls it back, and takes ball 2 up high.
You got this, Maddie.
The 2-1 to Tamayo. Grounds it to the second baseman. Throw to first in time for the first out of the inning, but Griego moves up to third. It'll now bring up the designated player, Amanda Porterfield. Actually, check that. They're going to have a pinch hitter in.
For the Mounties, pinch hitting for Porterfield, number 25, Isabella Guerrero.
It'll be the freshman Isabella Guerrero, who's batting .500 on the year. First pitch is high for ball 1. This is just Guerrero's 17th at-bat of the year, but has done a great job when she gets her opportunity. The 1-0 pitch in there, strike 1. The 1-1 is in there for strike 2. Nice pitch that time from Maddie Bedoya. Would be huge if she can get the strikeout here with only 1 away and a runner on third. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Huge pitch that time from Maddie Bedoya to get the second out of the inning.
Number 9, Morgan Newbrewer.
First pitch is low for ball 1. Brings up Morgan Newbuehler. She is 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. The 1-0 pitch is popped up. Lutz will get there for the third out of the inning. So the Mounties get a lead-off single, but nothing comes from it. Comets still lead 4-1. So we'll be right back for the bottom of the sixth.
So, it's time to think about college. But what are you going to study? Let us help. We're Palomar College, and we train for success. How about architecture? We equip students with the technical and critical thinking skills needed to design a successful career. Learn the ins and outs of commercial and residential structures and access cutting-edge technology through virtual training, walking through environments created by you. Earn an associate's degree and enter the workforce as a draftsperson or 3D modeler. Or take your education farther, transfer to a university and become a licensed architect. And if you already work in this field but want to enhance your career, we have pathways to help you achieve your advancement goals. We have partnerships with leading universities, making the Palomar Architecture program a cut above the rest. Your new career in architecture is waiting, and Palomar will get you there.
But she said I should go in her pool. Let me ask.
17 for 2. 19, 14. 11, 7. I don't have it. 4, 24.
We are back here in the bottom of the sixth. Palomar still leads 4-1 over Mount San Antonio College. Looks like the Mounties had a couple of defensive changes.
The center fielder, number 1, Gisele Gonzalez.
And leading it off this inning will be the center fielder, Gisele Gonzalez. She is 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out. She scored back in the second inning as she takes strike one. Mount San Antonio made that pitching change back in the second. It's really worked for them. They've only let up 1 run since then, and that was off of an error. The 0-1 pitch is way high for ball 1. And here's a 1-1 Gonzalez. That one's high and outside for ball 2. The 2-1 pitch in there for strike 2. Now the 2-2. This one ripped into left field. At the track, at the wall. Gisele Gonzalez, touch them all. A leadoff homer in the 6th. And the Comets now lead it. The score is 5-1. What a hot shot off the bat that time from Gisele Gonzalez. She gets her 2nd home run of the year. And the Comets lead it 5-1. Gisele Gonzalez with 2 strikes on her, able to rip that one into left field. Absolute frozen rope out there. Comets now have a 4-run lead in the 6th. as Nuanez will take strike one and outside. Next pitch is in there, strike two. Noani is staying alive, fouls that one off. Next pitch is fouled back again. Comets have been making teams work all year to get outs. Fouling off pitches, staying alive. And it's no different here against Conate. Here comes the 0-2 again. This one, line of the shortstop and caught. Nice play by Griego to get the first out of the inning.
The third baseman, number 21, Brianna Lutz.
It'll bring up the third baseman, Brianna Lutz, who's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles, advanced to third last time. She has scored twice and has an RBI on the game. This next one, deep right center field, but underneath it for out number 2. That one nearly had a chance. Just got underneath it just a bit, or that one would have been driven out of here for the second homer of the inning.
Second baseman, number 11, Josephine Huberger.
Now brings up the second baseman, Josephine Huberger, who's 2 for 3 on the game with 2 singles, as she takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Huberger scored back in the first and had RBI in the second. She was able to get on her last time up. Showing bunt, pulls it back, and it'll be called ball 2. Here comes the 0-2, or sorry, the 2-0 to Huberger. She rips this one down the first base line, just foul.
Nice, Joe, nice.
That was a nice rip that time from Huberger. Just barely unable to keep that one in play. The 2-1. Good pitch, but it's called ball 3, just low. The Mounties saw that was going to be strike 2. Huberger now in a great hitter's count. It's 3-1. Comets looking to add on some insurance before they head to the last inning of the game. The 3-1 pitch. Outside. Huberger thought it might have been ball 4, but now it's full count. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. And rings her up looking. And that'll be the third out of the inning. The Comets get one more via a Gisele Gonzalez home run. They lead it 5-1 as we head to the 7th inning. We'll be right back.
Automotive technology is more than just the world of repairing vehicles. We have a lot of administrative roles that have to support our automotive repair.
I'd say it's a great practical skill to know, even if you don't plan on going into the field.
You get to bring in your car, and whatever we're learning about, you can fix it on your car.
It's cool to learn like different services that I can do on my car, so I can do them myself.
One of my previous students is now making $80,000 a year after 3 years in the industry.
Right now, I thought I knew somewhat about cars, and this is teaching me just what I don't know.
We have a full machine shop which is available, and we have engine rebuilding. So we have the most intense classes all the way up to basic classes in order to give a little something for everybody here.
Defensive changes for the Comets. Now working behind the plate at catcher, number 8, Shelby Van Slyke. And Dominique Garcia moves from catcher to right field.
And we are back here in the 7th inning. Palomar leads it 5-1, and Maddie Bedoya will look to get the complete game win here. She's been stellar, to say the least, in this game. One run off of just 3 hits.
For the Mounties, the third baseman, number 4, Desiree Morales.
She's already had 3 complete games, looking for number 4 here. His first pitch is fouled back, strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Low, ball 1. Looks like the Mounties have a pitch hitter in for New Buehler. It's Desiree Morales. She's batting .476 on the year. This one ripped into center field. It's going to get down for a leadoff single. So the Mounties get the leadoff runner on. And another pinch hitter coming in from Mount Sac.
For the Mounties, pinch hitting for Martin, number 22, Mariah Figueroa.
It's going to be the freshman Mariah Figueroa, who's batting .600 on the year, but has only had 5 at-bats so far. This one ripped in the right field. It's going to get down. Morales heading for third. She is in there. And now the Mounties have runners on the corners, nobody out. So some good coaching from Mount San Antonio, bringing in 2 pinch hitters, and both of them able to get singles. Going to be another pinch hitter here.
Now batting the right fielder, number 17, Natalie Valente.
It'll be Natalie Valente. She's had 18 at-bats on the year so far, batting .444. Looking to drive in a run, try to get back into this game in the last inning. First pitch is low, ball 1. Gotta wonder if the Comets have someone warming up in the bullpen just in case this one starts to get out of hand. You need just 3 more outs in this game, but the Mounties have done a great job not folding. Even though they're down by 4, they got the 2 leadoff hitters on. Now here comes the 1-0 pitch from Bedoya. Just kidding. Timeout called behind the plate. Now here comes the 1-0 pitch. Valente showing bunt, pulls it back. Runner is stealing, no throw. They're just going to let her take it. Strike 1 is called. That was Figueroa's second stolen base of the year. So now they have 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out. The count is even at 1-1. Valente showing bunt. She pulls it back. This one is downstairs for ball 2. So the Mounties are out of the probable double play with that stolen base. It'd be interesting what the Comets do if a ball is hit to the infield. Will they let them just get the run with a comfortable lead and just try to get the out? Here comes the 2-1 pitch. This one is popped up, and Karam is under it for out number 1. A huge break there for Maddie Bedoya. That's exactly what you want. If you're not going to strike her out, a pop-up holds all the runners. So now 1 away for the Comets. Looks like another pinch hitter is going to come in for Clark. It's going to be Kiana Cadena, batting .333 on the year. This one is in the dirt for ball 1. Showing bunt, misses it. Strike 1. So the Comets are going to bring the corners in. That's Lutz and Karam. Nuanez and Huberger also playing in. Cadena pops this one up and caught by Huberger. Huge out number 2 there. Back-to-back pop-outs for the Mounties after they got the 2 leadoff guys on.
The left fielder, number 23, Bella Espacio.
Bring up Isabella Estapia. Takes the first pitch in there for a strike. Huge pitch there from Maddie Bedoya. Now the 0-1 pitch. Upstairs for ball 1. She's 0 for 3 on the day. Looking to keep her team alive. Here's the 1-1. Great pitch there. Strike 2. Now the Comets just 1 strike, 1 out away from win number 30 on the year. Looking to take down Mount Sac for the 2nd time this season. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Bedoya. That one just outside for ball 2. The Mounties had 2 singles to lead off this inning, putting some pressure on the Comets, but after 2 pop-outs, Comets just 1 out away from the win. Here's the 2-2. This one is popped up and out of play, and we will do it again. Just taking her time getting back into the box. We will do the 2-2 one more time. Bedoya delivers. This one is popped up, hits the net, out of play. Making her sweat out there in the pitcher circle. A huge spot here. 2 runners on. 2 outs. Comets lead by 4. The count is 2-2. And here's a pitch from Bedoya. This one in the dirt, low. Ball 3. It's now a full count. She's making her work after fouling off multiple pitches in a row. Now taking ball 3. Don't want to load the bases here. What does Bedoya have up her sleeve? The 3-2 pitch. That one is chopped to Lutz. Throw on a first is in time. And the Comets get win number 30 on the year. They take down Mount Sac 5-1. Absolutely stellar performance from Maddie Bedoya, letting up 5 hits and 1 run. The Comets improved to 30-3 on the year as they take down Mount San Antonio College 5-1. Gisele Gonzalez had that big home run in the 6th inning, and Palomar just continuing their dominance here. Another great game from the Palomar softball team, and they will have 5 games in 5 days to round up the regular season before they make their playoff run. I've been Trevor Tanner. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you like this stream and subscribe to the Palomar Athletics YouTube channel, and we will see you next time.